good. Thank you, Marta.
Where's the case open? Oh, wow.
Hello, Daisy. Here's Desk. So as you can see, I don't know what's going on, but it appears as though they're standing down. Yeah. Yes. Well, it's over there where your news crew and all that is. So, Daisy, is there a plan for us? What are we doing? The sun is setting.
es estudiante por el miedo que esto genera de una comunidad que definitivamente no es algo que estamos acostumbrados. Sin embargo, vuelvo y repito, las autoridades están confiando que todo lo que ha acontecido durante estas últimas horas van a poderle dar la explicación a la comunidad de cuáles fueron los motivos que golpearon a esta persona, la cual ya se daba a conocer su identidad, cuáles fueron los motivos que golpearon a esta persona tan atroz, qué era lo que decía, cuál era la finalidad de nuestra pantalla de video que están circulando, que muestra cuando el vehículo, la troca, le decimos nosotros, ¿verdad? Cuando el vehículo doble cabina blanco estaba manejando en el tráfico normal de esta calle y cuando llegó a la calle de Bourbon rápidamente aceleró la velocidad y comenzó a manejar sin control, llevándose de encuentro a todas las personas que pudo, a todas las víctimas de esta masacre, podríamos decirlo de esta manera. No nos gusta utilizar términos tan duros, pero es una realidad contundente, es una realidad importante, es una realidad que toca los corazones y las vidas de muchas personas. Atalaya News, periódico de la comunidad, hemos estado aquí desde tempranas horas de la mañana. Ya llevamos muchas horas en esta cobertura tratando de darles los pormenores. El gobernador del estado de Luisiana declaró un estado de emergencia. Lo iban a hacer previo a las celebraciones de Mardi Gras y del Super Bowl, pero el incidente tan lamentable de esta mañana provocó que el gobernador hiciera una declaración de emergencia ya desde el día de hoy. A partir de mañana todas las banderas estarán ondeando ante o no a todas las personas que han sufrido y han padecido por esta tragedia. Es realmente algo inaceptable desde cualquier punto de vista, desde donde nosotros podamos decirlo. Es inaceptable que una persona tome la vida de otra y de la manera en la que lo hace. Seguramente, por ser una investigación de carácter federal, la Casa Blanca, Homeland Security, todos los organismos de seguridad están trabajando para poder esclarecer este evento. Seguramente se van a ir dando más detalles de lo que hizo que este hombre, que tenía su punto de residencia en Texas, viniera directamente a Luisiana. Es inaceptable que no.
hours ago, we were doing a dog. Just 24 hours ago, we were doing a dog being snatched up. We were in more ways down the street.
Daisy, what do you think? Thank you.
Tell the people the truth. America should know the truth. Everybody should know the truth. We ain't doing it right now, baby. FBI, you don't want to say something. FBI has going on. But they'll board and put their coming. We're not too long ago since Senator John Kennedy and Attorney General Israel. We walked the scene of the investigators. Senator John Kennedy. Not too long ago since Senator John Kennedy and Attorney General Israel walked the scene with investigators. They promised that they will let everyone know the not too long ago. Well, this afternoon they did add this mobile communications device. I've been in and out of the scene. I've been over to Bourbons Street, not too far from our hotel, it's about a block and a half throughout the afternoon. And something that they did add this afternoon was this mobile communications center from the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. This is blocking our view of Bourbons Street. Our coroner buses work their way through in and out of the afternoon. That's something that we're something that they did add this afternoon was this Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office mobile communication center. This is blocking any view that we now have of Bourbons Street. Now, Senator John Kennedy and Liz Murrow, the Attorney General of Louisiana, did walk the scene with investigators when Senator John Kennedy express it. Once to let everyone know the truth, we'll get that out as soon as we can. Create more front of the sign. Something that they did add this afternoon, which was I've been able to walk this. I've been able to walk now a couple times this afternoon. Something that they did add was this mobile communication center by the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. So this is something that they added. It's completely blocking on Bourbons Street. You did see some other buses their way into Bourbons Street.
The lights are still there.
The what? Yeah. I've been able to walk down the street throughout the afternoon. Something that they did add was this mobile communication center from the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. This is blocking any view that we've had of Bourbons Street throughout the day. So this is definitely a change here. We also saw Senator John Kennedy and Liz Murrow, promised to the public to let everyone know the truth once he has it, but there are still some unknown. Right here in New Orleans, Alyssa Lyons on your side. Some Dogs fans just went ahead and packed up their things and left this morning, whether or not they knew that the game was being postponed or that there was an additional time change. We'll get to that in just a few minutes in sports, but we did see Senator John Kennedy and Liz Murrow, the Attorney General, walk the scene this afternoon with investigators. They also added this mobile communication center by the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office as blocking any view that we now have of Bourbons Street. Reported in New Orleans, Alyssa Lyons on your side.
Hey baby, how you? That's Jefferson Parish Sheriff.
Okay, is that what you guys are asking about?
I'm from Jefferson Parish. But that's they out here too.
Yeah,
That's literally 5 minutes away.
really.
So
They added that this afternoon.
They normally assist. Jefferson Parish normally assist in obedience for any big event. So St. Tammany, most of the parish around New Orleans area normally comes down and assist.
I have no idea how they are on the
That's why they probably brought the fire truck, so when they get ready to, they go, they clean the blood up with the hose.
Yeah. Did they already do that yet?
Well, the fire truck went back there, but they probably wait for them to pick them all up and they go clean the streets.
Some of that video, I just like can't watch. Well, good morning from New Orleans. Right now, we were expected to know who would be moving on to the college football playoff seats. Well, good morning from New Orleans. At this moment in time, we were expecting to know whether or not the Dogs are going to be moving on to the semifinals of the college football playoff. That is not the case. That game was postponed due to unspeakable tragedy that struck the city of New Orleans. Right here on Bourbons Street, you can see that the scene's still active here in New Orleans. Trucks, mobile communication center. I had the opportunity to talk to a few Georgia fans and even Liberty and Irish fans who made their way to New Orleans to the game. No way my life is that.
I just heard they our program they were saying they have 2 seats in Houston right now.
To what?
Seats in Houston.
Wow.
Because that's where you're from. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
So they must be at his ex-wife's house, and so they went to the ex-wife house in Houston and somewhere else. So there's multiple scenes going on in different states for this one thing.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Joey, can I borrow your light? My light died.
No
I'll
way.
Bring it up.
Like apparently it's something similar, like so
I'll come get it.
Oh wow.
you guys work here in your lease?
Check all the parishes right now, all the cities. That's crazy.
Are you work
Yeah, I'm from here. Yeah, it's cool. Long as my legs start to hurt. I'm gonna have to buy me a chair. I'm gonna have to go stop at Walmart and go swipe this card and get me a little chair. Some stool. I'm gonna bring this leg. That's mine.
This is mine. Oh. We're cheap in Augusta.
Hey, don't talk about my battery. That's a good battery right there. That bitch so good.
These are the batteries that y'all use. These are the batteries.
We have those too. Them drain faster than those. What?
No.
Yes, they do. I have one of these right now. I'll charge you. You don't even need that light no more. You can use that one and be fine. It's dark.
No, that one's dead. Guys,
You're a good colleague. I mean, you're so nice.
I know. I do appreciate it. I'm by myself, so.
Yes, I don't know why they would send you 9 hours away by yourself, but.
Oh shit, a lot of stations do that. I was in Albany, New York with the NCAA tournament with for the first time last year, and I was like 5 stations here, and they record up there by themselves. I thought that was fun. But like most people, like if you notice the local stations here, they just like everybody's alone. Like it ain't no not just something like if it's something that's like
I'm not gonna keep it exclusive.
yeah, exclusive we ain't giving you that. But like most people, like if a battery or something run out, like they'll run and go help you. Like my mic went dead, everybody will give you a mic and it. Yeah, we'll see. It'll be like, oh, you see whoa, oh, that's too much, like, that's too much.
It actually is not that bad. You're hitting my microphone in my leg. It's not looking like,
I can't see it.
it's not that bad.
Now she wanna be on camera. Now I will.
Now,
Do the whole damn
oh wait, it's right here. Sorry.
I'm gonna have a real light. Wow. I would like to.
Yeah, I'll do
Let's
a
take it from the
hit.
top, shall we?
So very bright. Oh, you're moving the bus. Honestly, I set it up real fast because I was running a long time.
That's how you gonna say.
My camera focus is it's work. That's that works. I don't. Yeah. Pretty fired. You hit record. Thanks. Do your thing. Well, good morning from New Orleans. At this time, we're expecting to be moving on to college football playoff semifinals. That is not the case. The game has been postponed and will play at 4 p.m. today. Good morning from New Orleans. At this point in time, we were expecting to know if the Dogs were ready to move on in the semifinal of the college football playoff. Unfortunately, due to this horrible tragedy here in New Orleans, that is not because the Dogs will actually play at 4 p.m. today in the Superdome in New Orleans. Yeah. Are you going up in the media room? Yeah. Cool. Well, good morning from New Orleans. Good morning from New Orleans. At this point in time, we were expecting to know whether or not the Dogs are going to be moving on in the college football playoff. Good morning from New Orleans. At this point in time, we were expecting to know whether or not the Dogs will be moving on in the college football playoff. But due to unspeakable tragedy, has been postponed. The scene's still active here in New Orleans. Right here on Canal and Bourbons Street, the scene Louisiana, New Orleans really hasn't changed overnight. At this point in time, we were expected to know whether or not the Dogs will be moving on in the college football playoff onto the semifinals. That is no longer the case here in New Orleans. Instead, that game will be played at 4 p.m. due to unspeakable tragedy. The scene right here in New Orleans hasn't much changed. Oh yeah. What's that one? Oh god, that doesn't seem sick. Well, good morning from New Orleans. At this point in time, we were expected to know whether or not the Dogs will be moving on in the college football playoff semifinals. Good morning from New Orleans. At this point in time, we were expected to know whether or not the no one should ever have to live up to, especially entering the new year. A lot of them ready to pack their bags and head home. Some hoping that that will spark a bit of joy for them. Here's what they had to say. All right, that's one. Good morning from New Orleans. At this point in time, we're expecting to know whether or not the Dodgers are moving on in the college football playoffs. Good morning from New Orleans. At this point in time, we're expecting to know whether or not the Dogs. Well, good morning from New Orleans. At this point in time, we're expecting to know whether or not the Dogs are moving on in the college football playoffs semifinals. Unfortunately, due to unspeakable tragedy, that is no longer the case. We'll have to wait another 24 hours to know whether or not the Dogs are. Good morning from New Orleans. At this point in time, we're expecting to know whether or not the Dogs are moving on in the college football playoffs semifinals. No longer the case due to unspeakable tragedy that struck Bourbons Street midnight last night.
Oh, that would have been a good shot. Look at the Georgia buses. All the buses.
Those are cool. I wonder where they're going, though.
Damn, all the buses just came in. That would have been a good shot.
Oh, the green shot. Good morning from the college football club. I wonder where they're going. They have no team activities. Unless they're going to practice.
These are team.
Yeah, it's the team buses, yeah. They have, like, no team activities, so that's it. Right. I hate with God so.
Do you like this one?
Huh?
I just got the same camera.
Well, good morning from.
Oh, yeah, I love it. I had this camera for
Good morning from.
Well, this is a
This point in time, you're expecting to know
I've
whether
been
or not.
having, it's not a camera. I've been shooting with a Sony since 2013.
Well, good morning from. At this point in time, you're expecting to know whether or not the Dogs will be moving on in the college football playoffs.
Oh, I have this for set, so I got all the way
Due to unspeakable tragedy, that is no longer the case. This is seen here in New Orleans on Bourbon Street and Canal Street. Still active, plenty of police presence.
Yeah, I have it.
New Orleans police on scene all that
So
Jackson
A is the
Sheriff's
office. I never go to all the way unless my camera's acting up and the lighting don't look right.
Talked to a lot of Dogs fans today, many of them ready to pack up and go home, whether or not even knowing that the game had been postponed earlier in the day. And that was just the case here. Some of them looking at the bright side, saying that they want to see some football, bring some joy in a time of tragedy. That game will be played at 4 p.m. in the Superdome. I will bring you all the latest coverage on the
Oh, I've been
Dogs.
every time I get to daylight, always go right.
That game is now expected to start at 4 p.m.
Good evening. I know I can speak for all Americans when I say our hearts are with the people of New Orleans after the despicable attack that occurred in the early morning hours. To all the families of those who were killed, to all those who are injured, to all the people of New Orleans who are grieving today, I want you to know I grieve with you. Our nation grieves with you. We're going to stand with you as you mourn and as you heal in the weeks to come. I want to thank our brave first responders and law enforcement personnel who stopped the attacker in his tracks before he could kill or injure even more people. And I want to thank you to everyone at the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Justice, including the FBI, for working nonstop to investigate this heinous act. The FBI is leading the investigation to determine what happened, why it happened, and whether there was any continuing threat to public safety. Here's what we know so far. The FBI has reported to me the killer was an American citizen, born in Texas. He served in the United States Army on active duty for many years. He also served in the Army Reserve until a few years ago. The FBI also reported to me that mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he was inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill. The ISIS flag was found in his vehicle, which he rented to conduct this attack. Possible explosives were found in the vehicle as well, and more explosives were found nearby. The situation is very fluid, and the investigation has a preliminary stage. And the fact is that right now, there you go. The law enforcement and intelligence community are continuing to look for any connections, associations, or co-conspirators. We have nothing additional to report at this time. The investigation is continuing to be active, and no one should jump to conclusions. I've directed my Attorney General, the FBI Director, the Secretary of Homeland Security, the head of the National Counterterrorism Center, and the intelligence community to work on this intensively until we have a full and complete information. And once we have that information, I will share that information as soon as we can confirm it. Additionally, we're tracking the explosion of a cyber truck outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Law enforcement and the intelligence community are investigating this as well, including whether there's any possible connection with the attack in New Orleans. Thus far, there's nothing to report on that score at this time. I directed my team to make sure every resource is made available to federal, state, and local law enforcement to complete the investigation in New Orleans quickly and to make sure there's no remaining threat to the American people. And we'll support the people of New Orleans as they begin the hard work of healing. New Orleans is a place unlike any other place in the world. It's a city full of charm and joy. So many people around the world love New Orleans because of its history, its culture, and above all, its people. So I know, while this person committed a terrible assault on the city, the spirit of our New Orleans will never, never, never be defeated. It always will shine forth. We've seen that time and time again throughout its history, and I know we'll see it again in the days and weeks ahead. May God bless the people of New Orleans. May God bless our police and our first responders. May God protect our troops, and we'll keep you fully, contemporaneously informed. Thank you.
Have you spoken to President Trump?
Are you concerned about more attacks?
Have you spoken to President Trump?
Investigated as a terror attack?
Well, there were one from Washington.
Yeah.
Maybe we decided to consider the first one classified as being found.
And like the sheriff said, last night was a huge success, but we are prepared for whatever comes our way. So thank you for that. And I will turn this over to Special Agent in Charge, Jeremy Schwartz.
Good afternoon. My name is Jeremy Schwartz. I'm currently the Acting Special Agent in Charge for the FBI here in Las Vegas. The FBI is currently conducting an investigation on a vehicle explosion, as the sheriff had just shown you a little bit ago. That's being conducted through our JTTF, which is a Joint Terrorism Task Force. I want to make sure everybody understands that the task force is comprised of law enforcement officials from the entire valley here. We're not doing anything alone, and we wouldn't do anything alone without our partners making sure that we're all in lockstep. We've learned from mistakes in the past, and we're not going to do that again. We have a great relationship with our law enforcement partners, and we're going to continue to do so. As of right now, our number one goal is to ensure that we have the proper identification of the subject involved in this incident. Following that, our second objective is to determine whether this was an act of terrorism or not. I know everybody's interested in that word and trying to see if we can say, hey, this is a terrorist attack. That is our goal, and that's what we're trying to do. We have a ton of resources dedicated to this right now, and again, we're doing it with our partners. We're doing it together, jointly, and we'll continue to do so. Mentioned, we believe this is an isolated incident. We do not believe that there's a bunch of folks out there supporting this or helping this, and we don't believe that there's any other danger to the community right now. But again, over the next few hours and days, we will continue to do our best to research again and get to the bottom of this, and we won't stop until we're 100% certain as to what happened and why. Thank you.
So I just want to clarify again so that I don't get these questions. We do know who rented the truck. We are looking at that individual, but I am not prepared to release the name of any of the individuals that we are looking at least until next of kin is notified and we have a 100% identification. So with that, I'll take any questions you might have.
Do you think it's a coincidence?
I can't see.
Dana Gentry.
Hi, Dana.
Do you think it's a coincidence that there were these kinds of incidents on the same day, basically, in two tourism capitals?
Do I think it's a coincidence? I don't know, but what I can tell you is we're absolutely investigating any connectivity to what happened in New Orleans, as well as other attacks that have been occurring around the world. We're not ruling anything out yet, Dana.
Sure. Is there any possibility that this had a link to ISIS? There have been suggestions that the New Orleans attack might have.
Yeah, so the question is there any links to ISIS? And I will tell you that we don't have any indication of that here in Las Vegas. No overt ISIS flag as was seen in New Orleans, but again, we are investigating every aspect of this, and if that comes to light, we'll certainly update you. I'm sorry, sir.
What was the time between the truck's arrival and the explosion?
About 1 hour was the amount of time between the arrival of the truck here in Las Vegas, or at least our first notification of the arrival and the explosion that occurred at the tower.
How long was it in the porte-cochere before the explosion?
It was only there for about, it was sitting in the porte-cochere for about 15 seconds before it exploded. Was that 15? Where'd Dory go?
15 to 20, yeah.
The 15 to 20 seconds, I just want to make sure I gave you the right
Do you
info.
find the connection of the Elon Musk, Tesla, Donald Trump connection to be interesting from an investigative perspective?
Well, I mean, it's a Tesla truck, and we know that Elon Musk is working with President-elect Trump, and it's the Trump Tower, so there's obviously things to be concerned about there, and that's something we continue to look at.
Do you think you need to re-examine security procedures at hotels?
Yeah, so I'm glad you asked that question. Do we need to re-examine security procedures? We were very successful in the night before. I'm surprised this happened, to be quite frank with you, and that's certainly something we're going to have to look at in target hardening, what that looks like. But to your question, Dana, I did forget to mention that I have authorized what we call an ABX roster to continue for the next 2 days, which is my New Year's Eve staffing plan of over 1,000 officers, both in our community neighborhoods as well as on the Strip and downtown, in partnership with all of the other law enforcement agencies, City of Las Vegas Marshals, North Las Vegas Henderson, just to ensure that even if we had a copycat or somebody else wanted to go up and conduct an attack, that we have the appropriate and available resources to handle it.
Have you all found any devices inside the Cybertruck that could have been used to set off those explosives?
No, the question is, did we find any devices that would be used to set off the explosives? And the answer is no, I don't know how they were ignited. Clearly, with what you see in there, something set them off, but I don't know what it was yet. We haven't been able to process the vehicle yet.
Has LVMPD been in contact with Tesla Co. to get the analytics from the vehicle, cameras?
Yes, actually, I have to thank Elon Musk specifically He gave us quite a bit of additional information in regards to how the vehicle was locked after it exploded due to the force of the nature of the force from the explosion, as well as being able to capture all of the video from the Tesla charging stations across the country, and he sent that directly to us, so I appreciate his help on that. I'll take one more question.
Elon Musk is claiming that this vehicle...
I'm sorry, you got to speak up for me.
Elon Musk is saying this vehicle and the vehicle in New Orleans were rented from the same company. Has there been any other indication that these two events might be associated?
It's another, the question is both vehicles, I'm being told New Orleans was rented from Turo and so was ours. That's another coincidence that absolutely is continuing to bear from our investigation that we have to continue to look into. So thank you very much, and as we get additional information for all of you, I'm sorry, I'll give you a shout.
Are investigators using any of the city license plate readers to see where they're
That's the question is, are we using the license plate readers and the technology? Well, one, you see the drone flight through the vehicle because it was unsafe to get there, so that we're using that technology. Thankful to have it, as well as the first indication of that vehicle arriving here in Las Vegas came from a license plate reader. So technology has been very useful to us in resolving this. And again, I'll commit to come back to you all when we have confirmation of the suspect's name, who they are, what their background is. We will get that information back out to you. We'll call another press conference and provide it. I'd just like to again thank the mayor, the commissioners, the other law enforcement leaders, and of course our Attorney General for showing up and supporting us in this event. It's been a statewide effort, and I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, she moving. Elena, you know who that is? She's the city council member.
I only know because you guys introduced her, but I had no idea.
Oh, she's just a city council member. And she's running for mayor of the city.
Yeah, she doesn't.
Oh, she's really nice. She's always been good interviews with me.
And she probably knows you too, right? Like,
Know me by face.
no. You'll find it. You'll find it. I'll show you. Probably in the car.
They bring their vehicle. So they'll
well, yeah,
just give you a heads up.
That was a report already. I know. They were about like.
I don't want to be bad guys. They're gonna move you.
think they are leaving the white car, and maybe you could use that space. Because, I mean, they are holding the space, but they are not using it.
Probably going back to Africa. Because he ain't from here. I should hit him up. Hit me up and go get you on work. But I thought he was working. Bro, everybody going on my phone. I'm like, don't come at work. My mama said, yeah, because I keep flipping back and forth from 6-4 to 6-8 and 4. I say you 4 to 4. Take this city. It's worse. It's worse. I don't know about that. Keep going fast. Got it like a workout. I'm about to take my foot off. He's about to have to give me a why you went home. Well, he works on Twitter and they're not having it. They said you need to work from home. He's not opening his building. How you doing? You coming back this way in a little bit? We got you.
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
And then I gotta do an interview with this away. So if he comes.
Who is Jason Williams?
DA of the city.
Oh,
Yeah.
You guys are, wonderful.
If I was in another city, I'd be a foreigner. I would, what? Who is this? That's a lot of them. Yeah. I know majority of New Orleans. I know more New Orleans than fishes in my own, fishes in my bed. I didn't get to the boot. I could have went park right there. I could have came park my car right now.
You guys will be so kind to borrow me a light for an interview.
Oh, okay. We live shot at 8 p.m.
8 p.m. So I'm gonna be interviewing that woman for like 5 minutes. It will not be long.
No.
It's like in a few minutes. She's doing Fox News now, and in the next like 10 minutes. Would you be?
She works in the.
She's the council member for New Orleans, and she wants to run for a mayor.
I'm a reporter, so I don't know how to use that one. You can use that.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And your cameraman, is he gonna come back? Is he okay if I touch it?
Let me check.
Would it be okay if I touch it?
Yeah, let me check.
Okay, yeah. Do you think that will be my lucky? Oh, awesome. That's beautiful. Thank you. be okay if I?
Yeah, he can he didn't reply yes, so
Okay.
just a minute, please. I think it's
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, it's easy. It's easy to use.
You can use them?
Yeah, I know
Oh,
how
okay.
to use it.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll give it right back to you, and I'm so grateful.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Hey, Jason Williams is going to do NBC National real quick, and then he's going to come over to us. All right, cool.
Am I the lucky next? Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. So I'm over there. I have a little setup. This is for Reuters.
Okay,
So
sure.
it will go like all around the world.
Okay,
and
sure. Yeah, I know who Reuters is for sure.
So this is my setup right here. And may I put a microphone on you?
Sure.
Thank you so much. You know what? I'm just gonna put it like, oh, beautiful, like right here. This is awesome. Thank you. You've been working probably around the clock.
Yes, it's been crazy.
Crazy, yeah. You can imagine. I'm so sorry this happened to your city.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate your thoughts. Just put these in my jacket here.
Beautiful. That's awesome.
Got it. Okay. Sure.
Yeah, again, I think we're pretty much in the same situation. There's a heavy police presence that continues to be out here blocking off Bourbon Street at the canal entrance. I am going here now with District Attorney Jason Williams. General reaction to
I think anybody would tell you that they are able to process it.
Mic check. Mic check. Mic check. 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Mic check. Got it.
This is, we woke up to terror at our door. This is not unique to the world, but it is unique
Here
to
so that I see it. And when you answer questions, just look at me.
Sure.
And then just tell me, how has this day been for you? How has it been going?
Yeah.
And what has it?
Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, it's been an incredibly tough day for the people of New Orleans. This was a tremendous tragedy, no doubt about it. But now we have to focus on moving forward and making sure that our city is safe and it's secure. And that's what we're doing. We have a tremendous amount of federal, state resources right now coming into the city. Some of them you're already seeing on the ground. We also have multi-jurisdictional police that are also here in the city. As you see this way behind us, you see the Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office. That's our neighboring parish. And so they're not part of New Orleans. They're right outside of New Orleans, but they're now here in our city. So all different types of police departments and officers who are now here. We also have the National Guard coming in. The media will actually be able to see our enhanced security plan, from what I understand from our chief, sometime tomorrow morning. You will be walked through all of the different structural barriers that are going to be put in place in different parts of the city around where the Superdome is at, obviously in different parts of the French Quarter. Some of them are the water barricades, and those we've received a ton of those from the state. Those are now here on the ground in the city of New Orleans and will be deployed in the morning. And then you'll also be able to get an explanation of the level of police presence that will be here throughout the Sugar Bowl.
What is your message to
Neutralize them and take them out. We save lives.
So, look, the feelings that you have right now of shock and fear, no doubt about it, are relevant. But I do say this, find some solace in knowing that we are getting an amazing amount of resources to ensure your safety and to make sure that this doesn't happen again in New Orleans. And I'll also say this, not just for the people of this city, but those of your viewers who may be from other parts of this country or other parts of the world. Today, this was an attack
that happened in New Orleans. But overall, this was an attack on America, where New Orleans just happened to be the victim. So what is our federal government going to do to make sure that not only does this not happen again in New Orleans, but also in other parts of the country? This was an American citizen that committed this horrific act of terror on our country. So what does that look like moving forward, intelligence-wise and beyond, to make sure that this doesn't happen again to another city?
What would you like the feds to do? What would it be that you would like from them?
Yeah, I would like for them to take a look at this particular situation and find what may have been missed. Maybe on the intelligence side. Maybe there were some flags that this gentleman that this suspect, that this coward, this terrorist from Texas, that, you know, maybe there's something that was missed about him, that there should have been a flag and something may have been able to prevent this.
I'm going to continue to follow
you are an insider. You know details that ordinary people don't know about what happened this morning. Would you be able to share anything that the public doesn't know yet, but you know, or anything that you feel like sharing with the public about what happened, how it happened, and what to learn from this?
Well, I just want to say this because this is one thing that you and I have not talked about yet, and this is about the family members and friends of the victims who were killed right here. Earlier today, I was with a group of people in a conference room, and this was at University Medical Center. And the people in this conference room were looking for their loved ones who were on Bourbon Street last night, but they weren't at any hospitals today. And some of them said that their phones were still pinging as being on Bourbon Street. So I want you to think of the type of fear and anxiety that those individuals sitting in that hospital conference room were feeling, knowing what potentially could be the outcome, but hoping that it wasn't the case. Well, I just want to say that for the families who I spoke with, unfortunately, they received the terrible news this afternoon. So I want you to keep those individuals in your thoughts and your prayers, because what they are going through now is completely unimaginable. Their loved ones were here for a fun, festive time, to ring in the new year, to go to an amazing football game, and the people who I know who were lost, they were all young. They had their lives fully in front of them, and they died on that street right there because of a terrorist. And so I just want people, you know, throughout to just think of those who have been lost and what their families are going through now.
Is there anything else you would like to say that I didn't think to ask? Anything that...
No, I think you're good. I think you're good.
Can you say your name, your
Sure.
title?
Yes, Helena Moreno, Helena, last name Moreno, Moreno, and I'm City Council President.
Very grateful.
You're welcome. Yes, no problem.
No
problem.
Okay, great. See you later. See you later. Okay.
Bye.
See you. Bye. Hey guys, just wanted to say so grateful. Thank you so much. I'm very grateful. Are you with NHK?
No, we are Tokyo Broadcasting.
Oh, cool. Very cool. One, two. Wow, this looks like very good. She's awesome.
I told you. She's so nice.
Yeah.
I told her she's so sweet. She used to be a reporter.
Oh, yeah? Oh, she's also so pretty. So.
Oh, yeah. That thing got style. Yeah. She always looks so good.
Yeah, no wonder. Right?
I'm about to sit on this one. Ground right now. I need to sit down. I can get back up, girl. Oh my God. This is a workout. A workout. Oh, that's
live service. This is the primary.
I doubt they will, but yeah, it's still shocking out here, and we're going to be out here.
Good evening. I know I can speak for all Americans when I say our hearts are with the people of New Orleans after the despicable attack that occurred in the early morning hours. To all the families of those who were killed, to all those who were injured, to all the people of New Orleans who are grieving today, I want you to know I grieve with you. Our nation grieves with you. We're going to stand with you as you mourn and as you heal in the weeks to come. I want to thank our brave first responders and law enforcement personnel who stopped the attacker in his tracks before he could kill or injure even more people. And I want to thank you to everyone at the Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Justice, including the FBI, for working nonstop to investigate this heinous act. The FBI is leading the investigation to determine what happened, why it happened, and whether there was any continuing threat to public safety. Here's what we know so far. The FBI has reported to me the killer was an American citizen, born in Texas. He served in the United States Army on active duty for many years. He also served in the Army Reserve until a few years ago. The FBI also reported to me that mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he was inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill. The ISIS flag was found in his vehicle, which he rented to conduct this attack. Possible explosives were found in the vehicle as well, and more explosives were found nearby. The situation is very fluid, and the investigation has a preliminary stage. And the fact is that right now, there you go. The law enforcement and intelligence community are continuing to look for any connections, associations, or co-conspirators. We have nothing additional to report at this time. The investigation is continuing to be active, and no one should jump to conclusions. I've directed my Attorney General, the FBI Director, the Secretary of Homeland Security, the head of the National Counterterrorism Center, and the intelligence community to work on this intensively until we have a full and complete information. And once we have that information, I will share that information as soon as we can confirm it. Additionally, we're tracking the explosion of a cyber truck outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Law enforcement and the intelligence community are investigating this as well, including whether there's any possible connection with the attack in New Orleans. Thus far, there's nothing to report on that score at this time. I've directed my team to make sure every resource is made available to federal, state, and local law enforcement to complete the investigation in New Orleans quickly and to make sure there's no remaining threat to the American people. And we'll support the people of New Orleans as they begin the hard work of healing. New Orleans is a place unlike any other place in the world. It's a city full of charm and joy. So many people around the world love New Orleans because of its history, its culture, and above all, its people. So I know, while this person committed a terrible assault on the city, the spirit of our New Orleans will never, never, never be defeated. It always will shine forth. We've seen that time and time again throughout its history, and I know we'll see it again in the days and weeks ahead. May God bless the people of New Orleans. May God bless our police and our first responders. May God protect our troops, and we'll keep you fully contemporaneously informed. Thank you.
Have you spoken to President Trump?
Are you concerned about more attacks?
Have you spoken to President Trump?
Investigated as a terror attack?
You never know.
foot traffic going on. They are limited now to sidewalk and stretch of now to get extend that time to try and get people off the street and onto the sidewalk. But there are people out here, but it's nowhere near what I would imagine it would have been. Like, had this tragedy not taken place this morning, if this never happened and everyone was safe and that man did not decide to put the holes in, this French border now right in front of me would have been absolutely happy people as whether they're celebrating the Super Bowl, the win, or the loss, and celebrating New Year's Day. This would have just been absolutely happy. This is a situation where that was kind of a still moment in time past this time of the celebration of New Year's Day and what, that those last moments before they had to get everyone out of the way and also go to the and the rest of it all here. A joyous time in the city and that so people are in view of so many law enforcement out here. Still a lot of people, I'd say, along the time seem kind of like some people still in shock. I think we all are still in shock. We heard earlier from Sheriff Hudson saying how not only are they working to help in that unified command, but she's also working to make sure that her team is staying, her team is safe mentally and emotionally with every first responder. This is really shocking to us, when we see those videos, to hear what happened, but I say, just imagine how they feel when they're out there after this. So there's a lot of moving parts in this, a lot of people trying to digest what happened, but also, trying to get the data out there. How the crowd is, but also investigation.
And like the sheriff said, last night was a huge success, but we are prepared for whatever comes our way. So thank you for that. And I will turn this over to Special Agent in Charge, Jeremy Schwartz.
Good afternoon. My name is Jeremy Schwartz. I'm currently the Acting Special Agent in Charge for the FBI here in Las Vegas. The FBI is currently conducting an investigation on a vehicle explosion, as the sheriff had just shown you a little bit ago. That's being conducted through our JTTF, which is a Joint Terrorism Task Force. I want to make sure everybody understands that the task force is comprised of law enforcement officials from the entire valley here. We're not doing anything alone, and we wouldn't do anything alone without our partners, making sure that we're all in lockstep. We've learned from mistakes in the past, and we're not going to do that again.
Where'd you come from?
LA. LA, but I was here last night doing New Year's Eve with 50 Cent. So I got halfway home, and then they called me and said, "Hey, can you go back?" Today I'm CNN. Ken. Nice to meet you, man. You one of the local guys? No, we're feeling it.
每天擦在脸上的一定要特别谨慎小心。现在起，跟我一起放心交给 KS Royal Face 皇家颜值逆时奇迹系列。KS Royal Face 皇家颜值逆时奇迹系列 ，SGS 检验，无重金属、无塑化剂、无雌激素、无 paraben 防腐剂、无色素及无微生物，擦起来安全无负担。它还添加5种 EGF。专门防止肌肤老化， 强化皮肤修复，增加肌肤弹性水嫩，轻松抚平皱纹，换回青春自信。KS Royal Face 皇家颜值逆时奇迹，活肤露、全效精华、精华霜，安心启动冻龄密码。